Hi guys, my name is Sean from Indonesia. Welcome to my first ever video. And here in my hand, I've been drinking this because I recorded this whole thing and my mic was off. Not off, like the plug wasn't all the way in. So I've been talking for 30 minutes, recording, and there was no sound. So I made myself a chin chow drink, Cincau. I actually Googled that recently. It's actually an herbal drink. It's made out of this bushy type grass that you boil and then somehow it turns into jelly and then you mix it with sugary drink. It's actually very beneficial for you. I'm not going to list all the benefits here because I don't remember it, but I did mix a little bit of cognac in it. So I'm a little bit tipsy now, which is good because otherwise I would have been really pissed for missing out. For having to refilm this whole thing. But my first video actually is a little bit controversial, and I don't mean it to be, but it is the perfect opportunity because I've been putting off this channel for a very long time. And now that I'm isolating myself because I'm having COVID right now, boo, is the perfect time basically for me to film. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I actually got this COVID on purpose. So I know some of you all are like screaming or maybe disagreeing with me or whatever, but I'm going to walk through with you my whole logic behind this. And this is going to be something that I do with my channel. I'm going to be walking through my thought process, and I'm not always correct, and I do not recommend this for anybody. Do not try this on yourself and do not replicate this. I'm not an epidemiologist. I'm not a scientist. I do get a lot of my COVID information from Dr. John Campbell on YouTube and Tim Spector from the Zoe study. So feel free to look them up. They are very, what do you call it? They basically summarize a lot of the scientific papers and graphs and data that are made by reputable scientists in a way that is digestible. Of course, you guys are probably getting your COVID information from different sources. Some of them are wrong, but we're not going to talk about it. I'm going to respect your point of view, and I hope that you respect mine. If you feel sour about it, feel free to comment down below in a nice way. But here are some of my thought process. Okay, I've been locked down over COVID for the first year and a half, and then I moved out here to a home of my own. If you're a viewer from my plant channel, Only Plants, you'll know the reason behind the move. So I've been here alone in this medium-sized home with all my plants, and I've been observing pretty good social distancing as well for the last few months. And then I got my booster shot. So first I got 2 Sinovacs last year, the Chinese vaccine, which people say didn't work, but I swear by it, it did work for me and many people that I know. And then I got my Pfizer booster. The Pfizer booster is actually half a dose. I got that 1 month ago, and I decided that right now my immunity is primed to fight off natural infection. This is why I chose to get it now. I went over to a friend's place who was positive. Well, I asked for his permission first, of course. Brought a bottle of wine and we talked, and I got infected from him on schedule. Actually, I've actually tried 2 times before that to get COVID, but I failed. So I was actually isolated for a very long time thinking I got the virus, but I didn't. But finally this time it stuck. So I chose this because, again, my immune system is primed now to fight off the infection. I do not want to get COVID in 3 to 6 months time when my vaccine immunity has waned, because data has shown that the vaccine immunity does wane over time. And also, natural immunity is the best immunity. It is the longest lasting, and it is the most well-rounded, basically. Also, Omicron, I've read data from all over the world, and it is my belief, I could be wrong, that at least 1 billion people has recovered from Omicron. This is the variant, or this is rather the natural vaccine that we failed to distribute to the world. I might be wrong, don't quote me on that. Get your vaccines though, because for me, having primed my vaccine beforehand, before getting this natural immunity, enabled me to have this mild infection that I have now. And the fact that I failed to get this infection twice before shows that it does reduce transmission a lot. So get vaccinated, people, and stay safe. But I decided to get it now because I'm living alone. I isolated myself. I stocked up my fridge, which is over there. I'm pointing at my fridge. I washed my laundry. Pointing at my washing machine over there, and I did my bed and everything. And I told my gardener not to come in for the whole week. I gave him the paid week off. So I'm really prepared to get this virus, to keep it within me, to recover. And Omicron is relatively safe, and I feel bad for those of you who have, very severe symptoms or who have experienced loved ones who passed away. My heart goes out to you, but the death rate is extremely low, very, very low. But any death is unnecessary, so it's not right for me to say that. But I weighed my benefits, my pros and cons, and I decided to get it now, get it over with, because in April I'm actually going to Thailand for a work trip, but also it's a party trip, and to see a lot of my friends. It's a gathering that is 2 years in the making. I miss my friends so much. I don't even know if you guys are watching this, because you guys don't watch my videos, my good friends. So yeah, but I miss you guys a lot, and we're gonna be hanging out. I'm gonna be going to some epic parties. There's not gonna be masks on. Let's just be honest. And I'm definitely catching COVID there if I didn't get it now. So I chose to get it now, get it over with, isolate myself. Because who knows, if I get COVID in the next few months, I may walk around spreading it to a few people before I got tested, before I know that I got it. So for me, this is the sensible way to go. And I don't recommend this for a lot of you guys. But yeah, just do not follow me. I'm not that kind of influencer. I'm not that kind of person that would encourage this. But it is my personal choice, my body, my COVID. I hope that you respect that. And I know that some of you guys are going to comment, well, people get reinfected all the time. I'm aware of that, but it is really unlikely to get reinfected within the same variant. If you've got Alpha, Beta, Delta, and then you got Omicron, yeah, if it's a different variant, you're very likely to get reinfected. And even with the rare reinfection cases, it is super unlikely. So the worst thing I can imagine for me to happen is if I was gonna fly to Thailand and I got positive right before the flight, or even during the holiday, that would bring an end to the holiday. It would be a nightmare. So that is my choice to get it now. Again, feel free to disagree. I respect you if you do. Sorry, I'm a little bit tipsy now. And then some of y'all may be saying you're risking your lives, and hang on. I prepared for this. I have isolated myself. I'm not engaging with anybody for this week. I got it last Thursday. It's actually what day is it today? Oh my God, I actually don't know my days. Let me see if I can find my phone, sorry. It is a Friday. So I got it about 8 days ago. Have to explain myself, because I actually work every single day. I don't really have day offs. For me, every day is the same. I don't know what day it is to save my life. And that's gonna be a recurring theme through this channel, in case you follow this channel. But yeah, I'm a workaholic, and every day is a blur. I have 5 businesses. I have a lot of opportunities that are coming my way. So yeah, not in a good way, because the fact that I have too many opportunities, it means that I'm not focused, and that is something that I'm going to discuss in the future, like my career choices, my work. Yeah, not for today. Okay, let's go back to the COVID thing. So I got it 8 days ago. For the 2 days, I actually did not have any symptoms, and then I started getting dry throat, a little bit of a runny nose, some coughs, some productive coughs, again runny nose, until about yesterday it started slowing down. I can feel it by the hour. I can feel me getting better and better, and today I'm absolutely fine on day 8. I'm still isolating. Again, I told my gardener not to come in. I am still living off the food in my fridge, and I'm eating healthy. I'm not on any I am on, what do you call this thing? It's a Chinese thing. It's for sore throat. I don't know what's in it, but it's supposed to help relieve like your phlegm or reduce your coughs or whatever. People have been using it, so don't laugh at me. But I used that, and when I did get a little bit of a headache for the last few days, so I've been on Panadol for the last few days, but just one a day, nothing too crazy. Yeah, my whole experience has been, I don't want to say great, but it is exactly what I expected, that it would be mild because of the preparations that I've been on. But it's not always like this. Some people did have severe cases, and I know that the number was 300 plus deaths yesterday for COVID, which is sad. Any death is bad, but if you ask me, 300 deaths in a population of 270 million Indonesian people is acceptable. Now, this is where I'm gonna start dropping followers, but we are still in the middle of a pandemic. We're not endemic yet, and for that number, for the amount of infection that we have going around right now, because it is believed that Omicron is everywhere, and the reported figure is not accurate. I didn't even report, so I'm not in the data system. So I'm just being realistic here, being logical. So it is widely believed that most people either has recovered or will recover from Omicron. We will get it sooner or later. And for me, the controversial bit where I actually got it on intentionally, some people are going to be, yeah, go for it. And some of you are going to disagree. But I've laid out all my logistics with you, where I'm not spreading it to anyone, and I'd rather get it now where I'm not spreading it to anyone rather than later where I'm not sure and I'm moving around and I'm spreading it to multiple people. I don't know. That is, for me, it's not a no-brainer. And after this, I'm going to be so confident. Recently, I've been getting packages come in because I've been ordering things from online, my groceries and things like that. I've been opening packages without washing my hands, because before this, for the last two years, I've been scrubbing down my hands every time I touch anything that is not from me. So I will still be masked after this, of course, just to show respect to other people. I really do believe that masks do prevent spread, but it's also a movement, not a movement, a way of telling people, hey, let's keep each other safe. Let's stay safe. That is, even though I know that I'm not going to be infectious, even though I'm not going to be infected easily, not 100%, I may get reinfected, but the chances are again super low. And I'm gonna enjoy a freaking good time in Thailand. I'm gonna be doing so many plant videos, and of course a travel video for this channel, because I really would love to show you my version of Thailand. This is my first video in the channel, and I would love to explore a lot of my philosophies, my thoughts, my life experiences, and even some other people's. I love talking to people. I would love to share their story here on the channel. So stick around, and I hope that you guys are staying safe. Bye.